If I can, I'd like to get your attention for just a moment. First off, I'm Emily Oppenheim. I'm President and CEO of the Reno Sparks Convention and Visitors Authority. Tonight I'm here with my hat on as the Chair of the Marketing Committee for the Reno Philharmonic. And the first thing I'd like to do is thank you so much for joining us this evening. We're delighted to have you here. Glad that you can enjoy the evening with us. And we have representatives here this evening from A2N2, from the American Marketing Association, the Public Relations Society of America, from Young Lawyers, from the Reno Tahoe Open Drivers, from the leadership class of 2009, from YPN, and several others, I think, as well. So we really appreciate you being here. This event is being hosted by the Reno Philharmonic and our marketing committee. I would like to just acknowledge who they are. Some are here, some are not. If you are, please raise your hand and wave. Edward Estepona, Paige Galliotto, Paige is right here. Renelle Klingensmith, I haven't seen. Nicole Gangloff from the marketing, also from the marketing committee. Ira Gostin, David Weeks, Karen Vibe, I know Karen's here we go. And Sharon Zadra and our marketing staff, Francine Burge, thank you so much. That's the whole marketing group, so thank you all. I'd especially like to take a moment and pause and introduce Charlotte McConnell, who is the chair of the Reno Philharmonic Board. Thank you, Charlotte, for joining us and being continuing support. I'd also like to recognize Tim Young, who's the CEO for the Reno Philharmonic and also plays with the orchestra, so thank you. And I'd like to thank the Wild River Grill for their generous donation of the food this evening, and Tahoe Ridge for the wine. That certainly merits a little bit of applause. And by all means, eat up. I know many of you did not have an opportunity to stop for dinner before coming here this evening, so we want you to go through the concert without your stomachs growling. So by all means, feel free to nibble some more. I'd also like to point out, as long as we're partying, that we're having an informal after party tonight. This is our first time doing this at St. James Infirmary, and Laura Jackson will introduce in a moment, and some of the musicians are planning to be there. And if you'd like to come by, you can ask some questions and share your comments and reflections on the program with them. So if you're able to join us this evening, by all means, it'll be very informal. Feel free to come by. Let me just take a quick poll. Can I ask how many of you are new to the Reno Phil here tonight? Fabulous. Well, we're thrilled to welcome you. I hope you have a chance to go to the preview from the podium. Laura's going to tell you a little bit about that in a moment. It'll tell you a little bit about the music and the composers, and you may find that adds to your enjoyment of the evening. I'll forewarn you right now, you're going to get an email tomorrow morning from Francine. It will only take about 2 minutes. It's a brief online survey just asking for your comments and feedback on this evening. And I hope you'll take just a moment to respond to that. It's beneficial information to us, and we really appreciate you being here, and that'll help us tool the evenings for the future in a way that makes it most interesting for you and your colleagues. And finally, if you're interested in joining an organization that does free events like this in conjunction with the Reno Phil and or with other arts organizations, I hope you'll please send us your contact information, and you can do that tomorrow when you respond to the survey, either in the email survey or in the envelope that you got today with your welcome packet. So that would help us and help us hook you up with others who may have similar interests, if that appeals to you. Now, that sort of concludes my remarks, but it gives me the best part, saved for last. This is my wonderful opportunity to introduce you to our wonderful new music director, Laura Jackson, our conductor, who's fabulous. This is her first season with us, brings tremendous knowledge, enthusiasm to the podium, and let me turn it over, Laura, to you for a few minutes.
Let me first just say what a thrill it is to have so many of you here trying out the Philharmonic for the first time. I love that. I love the chance to be your first experience. And that, just knowing that will add to our enthusiasm on stage. And because we really want you to love the music as much as we do. So for me, as Ellie said, this is my first season here. I did my first concert August 1st, and then started this Master Classic series, the series you're coming to tonight. Started that in September. And I'm coming here from Ann Arbor, Michigan. And I have to say, I was driving down to Carson City last night and just looking at the snow on the mountains. And I kept saying, we don't have that in Michigan. It's really, really beautiful here. And I'm just enjoying it. I went skiing a couple weeks ago for the first time in 17 years. And I still have all my limbs. I'm very pleased to say. So anyway, I'm enjoying Reno and really, really enjoying the orchestra and the organization and everything. And I love the energy in this room. I love this. This is great. I hope we're going to keep this going. And tonight I've met some of you, but not nearly enough. I'm trying to remember names and get to know who you are and what you do. And so I really hope you'll come to St. James, because that's our own little party, you know, and I can continue on our conversations, and I'll really enjoy that. So if you can come, please do. So what happens here in a few minutes, there are lots of people there that come to hear about the pieces that you're going to hear the orchestra play tonight. And it's a kind of an unusual program. And then we start with a little group, and then we go to a bigger group, and then a really big group for the piece after intermission. And so I'll tell you all about the composers. You'll get to hear little excerpts of the music. So if you think that's going to add to your experience, come by and listen from 7 to 7:20. If you want to just stay and hang out and eat, you can do that too. So, you know, I think I have just a couple of minutes before I got to run and change into my conducting talks and grab my notes and then run back. If anybody has a question for me, I should have warned you that does anybody have a question you'd like to ask me now, and then we can chat more after the concert? Anybody? Anything?
Tell us a little bit about the guest artist this evening.
Okay, I'll tell you about the guest artist. Conrad Tao is our piano soloist. He is a dream. He's a kid. He's 15 years old. He lives in New York City, and he won the Davidson Fellowship. It's a competition for very, very gifted kids that compete from all over the country. And he, got off a plane Saturday afternoon and showed up, and I said, hello, nice to meet you. And he sat down at the piano and played this absolutely perfect Mozart concerto. And he's just like a little Mozart reincarnated. I mean, it's just incredible. It's really lovely to be on stage with him. Everything's so organic, and he's just great fun. So that's him, and boy, he's a great kid too. He likes all kinds of crazy music I've never heard of. Vampire something or other, and I can't remember. And reads lots of interesting things. So that's him. How old is he? He's 15 years old. And I have to say, the moment he started playing, I completely forgot that he was so young, because he's just artist extraordinaire. He's great. So yeah. And the other unusual thing, you'll see that I'm not even on stage for the first piece. That's very unusual. I usually conduct the whole concert because I want them to think that I'm really necessary here. So anyway, you'll see a piece that was written before conductors existed. So we decided to do it that way. So they're doing it proudly. So yeah. Well, anyway, if you'd like to come by, come and hear some about the music, or just hang out and party and eat all that good food. Save me some for later, maybe. And I look forward to meeting you all later. Take care.